Kioske. Moni. Ray. Shodai. Ray.
Good, okay. Any instructions, sir?
Have a fair fight. Go.
I think what we're gonna do while we're waiting on Phil is just do some Benji ball drills. I don't know if all of you have tried it or none of you have tried it, but Jeremy's an old professional. Did you do it back then, Paul?
No, I didn't.
Oh, that's fun. We'll do it.
Maybe once or twice, but not where I remember what we were
Not
doing.
perfected yet.
Armando might have one day doing this with what's his name, Donnie. All right, so we have plenty of them around. If you might not have enough for everybody to have one in the legs, one in the arms, but at least you got one or the other. So go ahead, fall out, have fun. You got balls around.
Well,
Hand strikes,
Different
kicks,
size.
break balls, everything you know, do them with the ball.
there you go. Block, strike, punch, kick. Block.
Go ahead, Jeremy. We'll see, buddy.
Yeah, go ahead, Connor, and show us what you know. You can demonstrate if you want.
Sure. Low blocks. Bring it inside and out. High blocks.
Oh.
You can throw in hand strikes, vertical punch. Oops.
Can't handle that.
You all are. Got me nervous over here. Alright.
I
I know, right? I know, right?
It's only been 10 years, come on.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, you can do your vertical punches, horizontal punches, inverted fist.
You got the wrist size one.
And like, for me, if you start to kind of lose track of your ball, you can kind of move around, kind of play with, you'll kind of have to feel it out. Keep your ball
Bring your fingers over like
falling out. With these sleeves up.
It's around.
It's part of my problem.
Toward each other. And then you combine those.
So you're rolling pretty much from your wrists or?
You're kind of, it's more on the back of your forearm, and then on the base of your forearm here, you have the first hand, you palm face down, the palm on top of the palm out, fingers straight up in the air. Because essentially what it is, you're simultaneously blocking, when you throw strikes, you're also simultaneously blocking and striking.
Playing the ball for the first time.
I guess it'd be more like a press block and then punch, is kind of the idea. And it can work with one finger spear, two finger spear. Let's see, shoot those, or yeah, you curve your palm heels. You shoot those knife hands. I haven't used Japanese terminology for a long time.
Did you do any? You did throws like this too?
Throws with the balls and the legs to kind of keep your footwork, like keep your feet where they need to be. That way, like you're stepping in like go-go, so you step, and then that's a little better.
What you're doing right now teaches you to go from one to the other. As you move around now.
And then the ones that are in your, like between your knees, you can use for your kicks. It is kind of right up the ball and extend with your low kicks, while still keeping, like you can still keep your guard up. Like you roll up like for your front kick, a little bit for your side kick, check kick.
Didn't mean to rush you. I didn't realize you were late, so I was texting you. Sorry.
Oh, no problem. I thought that was part of that.
Even with your ball, if you have two balls to kind of walk around with it, it's like it doesn't have to be super tight. Just kind of like play footwork.
So where do you put it, between the knees or?
Yeah, I use one like right above the knees, it'll start to press in, like you'll hold it, you want a firm grip on it, but nothing too tight. And you can just kind of like walk around the room with like your guard up. And then so your punches, strikes, whatever you do. The idea is just to keep the ball in between your legs. And then as you move, you can start throwing your kicks from there.
Sir, I'm not trying to upstage you, I just gotta try.
Oh, you're good, you're good. Go for it, so good. And then you can do your rolls too. Rolls, throws, everything.
I got a good ball.
Like a basic back break fall, all being, basically to do your back break fall, not to lose the balls. The idea with it, like I know, like some styles are different, so they do slap outs, but in Dingy, we never slap out, ever. So like your back break fall, you're never gonna slap out,
slippery, but
you're just gonna come back up, just catch your balls.
Oh, I've seen that.
Attack.
The pizza
Like it's a little
place.
tricky at first, like I
That's where we
lost
got it. Pizza
balls, like, I mean, it's,
What's it
like,
cost?
you just keep flying everywhere. Like it takes a minute to kind of get the hang of it.
Okay, so that would just be on the wrist?
It's just something you gotta kind of make your body in tune with.
It only costs you $5 to get it. Quarters?
Yeah, it cost $5. It actually cost me $6. I gave this girl my whole flavor game. And $5. His $1.20 for a $6.
Primarily the basic guard, just trying to overhand strikes, like your punches.
I can cheat and wrap it up like this.
Like a straight up.
Oh, what?
Pretty much, it kind of keeps you, where you need to be. 'Cause everything in Denju is small circles, based on small circles. And the ball's gonna help you keep your hands and your feet where they need to be. Because it's not really, it's not so much a straight on, like everything's close in, like even like when you perform techniques in combat, like everything's really close in. Because you don't, the idea with this system is not to overextend, like your punches, like you don't have like Oizuki, so you don't have punches like out here, like this, it's more confined. And there's a side guard, which is basically just like this. The ball rests between your arms here like this. And your side block is just turn. Turn the arms in while you're doing the side block here. But this is where some of your side strikes come in too.
Yeah, that'd be a good way to say
Side in, and you just roll around the ball, you got your knife hand. Just like you bring that one hand back, and we continue all the way around the ball.
Throw it up.
I have a really big sword.
Your down set knife hand, because that's upset, it's totally different concept, just pull off.
He'll throw the ball up and cut it.
Yeah.
One, bring it
I
right
have like 5 apples lined up perfectly.
and it works the same thing with your upset ridge hand.
Did you see, I don't know, well, you never get on
Do you have
Facebook, but,
a certain, like, let's say,
so
what do you start out with? Like, let's say you're
Hendricks,
speaking
Salt Lake
through a
City.
white belt. What do you, what?
slicing, dicing.
We just start out with,
Part of the
I'm sitting here
argument
rotating the ball,
had
I'm not necessarily
chase
know
down
what.
that guy that
start
lived
out,
that
like,
lady.
you'll start out trying to keep your hands, you'll just kind
Did it
of
with
start with
sword.
low blocks, like a low
chasing
block
out with
would
a
be
sword?
like,
Oh, yeah.
everything
Well, he had it,
inside.
and the guy
out.
took off running and decided not to hurt him.
Speed.
Was he on horseback?
Generates from
Yeah, that
inside
was
now, so
so
you're
much
taking
more.
from inside now.
But
So
he got
the
on
first
news,
thing we're
it
gonna
was
do
all around the
is like a
world.
low block,
You know, like
like
that,
a top
like
hand,
that.
like a low block.
No, I didn't see that video. I did watch that one video you posted of that guy with the sword.
Yeah.
There's some good stuff in there. That guy
Yeah.
really spent a
Kinda
lot
got
of
it, huh?
Well, he spent all his life.
And then the high block works the same way, like, but in
Oh,
your
I
bottom
know.
hand coming up from the inside.
Yeah, this is documentary.
So this is, you're blocking, these are punch blocks, not kick blocks, right?
Yeah, these are just, all you're doing is blocking. All these do are just like hand block, basic hand blocks, like a low pressing block. High, low, high. Yep.
So your
And
high
it's the-
comes up from, high comes from the inside out, or you?
Yeah, yeah, so everything will come from the inside out. And the idea is,
Does he continue to practice?
like, especially like on your blocks, like you kind of want to keep your hands the same way at all times. Like you'll have the bottom hand will always be palm out, the top hand will always be like your fingers pointing straight up.
Okay.
So as you go into your low block, you'll still be pressing down with that low hand, but that top hand will go back to the guard position.
Just wondered, yeah.
Pretty sure.
Cool.
Pretty sure.
And the idea with it is, basically what you're doing is, it all becomes a system of simultaneous movement. Like while one hand's blocking here, like you're doing your low block here, you still have a hand here. Like if a guy throws 2 punches, like it's your block, but you still have a hand here, is the idea. Like so that's why it's really important to kind of like, it'll take a little bit to get used to, because you don't do it overnight. Like it's annoying at first, it really is. Like the balls will be like everywhere.
Yeah, I
like-
thought I was the only one that thought that right now.
Believe me, it's when I first started, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating at first, believe it. But then, yeah, basically just the idea is just to keep as long as you can, try to continue to get to this guard here. it's really different. I'll just say, yeah, it's really different with these. With like, cause that's actually not even meant for that, yeah. Like this is more for wrist drills, like all you're doing is like, it looks similar, but it's not, like all you're doing is this should help train your wrist for like your joint manipulations, wrist locks, things like that.
Do you switch rotation on the ball too?
You can. You can switch. You can switch hand grip, rotation.
You want both hand
You
and
can
foot?
interchange anything you want. They're like, it's like the primary principle is easy to teach. It's all about your body getting used to it. Like it's something your body will just have to attune to. I can't really say that there's a certain point that it'll always set in your arms because it's not like that. It's more as you do it, your body will feel the ball and you'll know. You'll just know where the ball needs to be. Like in order to not drop it, and like it just takes time. It doesn't take a lot of time. Like if you practice, I would say maybe 10 minutes a day for 3 weeks or something. I mean, you'll really get the hang of it. At first, it just seems like terrible.
Sounds like a TV commercial. Well, it takes us a few minutes.
Right. Is this the ab roller?
Yeah, it's like an exercise machine.
Balls of steel.
Yeah, right.
Art, could you do that over again while you went into your hip row, whatever it was you just did? I know what you did. It's not right or wrong, it's just, I
Okay.
wanted to point something out to Doji.
Okay, so it was.
Pretty much. That's the
We just want to
idea.
get that picture in our mind.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna talk
That's-
about it later.
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
idea. Like with your throws, like at first, like when we practice our throws, that is the idea though, because it kind of teaches that part also teaches your legs where they need to be. Because
Rescue?
I know in certain systems, like every system has their own application. So some have wider stances than others during their throws. Just in this system, for these purposes, we use the balls to kind
Oh,
of
okay.
feet where our throws are a lot closer. With step.
It's like, that ain't right.
So you got like your legs will.
Especially with Ogosh.
And this just kind of teaches you, like eventually you'll get used to it, and your body, your arms and legs will know where they need to be. But this is just kind of more of a reference marker for your throws, hand strikes, things like that.
Okay.
Because once the balls are gone, it'll look similar, but it'll be completely different. Like once the balls are gone.
You have it.
Hey, welcome.
If you have anything you wanna contribute?
No. Jeremy, you're doing an awesome job explaining this. Awesome. What Jeremy's doing right now is Takubi Shendo. Most of you guys know that. But with the ball, it feels a little different because you have to be really precise. What he's doing around the ball is more Takubi Shendo to the sides. But you can also do palm to palm and just rotate around the ball that's in your wrist if you don't ever change the orientation of your palms. And that gives you kind of a movement. Let's say I'm trapping a punch and I'm moving into a different wrist lock. You see how my palms never leave each other? And the ball teaches you that too. Your palms never go away from each other. As far as hand strikes and kicks, Jeremy is exactly right. Your top hand is always up, so if I'm punching underneath the ball, my top hand is still vertical. If I'm punching over top of the ball, my bottom hand is horizontal. So you already mentioned that, but every time you do a strike, make sure your other hand is doing whichever of those two orientations it's supposed to. Kick-wise, the kicks are extremely low. Scott one time asked Soka over in Mishawaka, before the house burned down. This guy goes, well, what if I want to kick the guy in the head? Can I do that? And Soka said, well, sure. The ball is there to keep you centered. If you can keep yourself centered and lift your leg higher, that's okay. But this teaches you not to overextend, take yourself out of balance. So if I'm kicking someone in the head like this, obviously not. The ball would be across the room. But if I'm able to stay centered and do my kick, the ball is still essentially keeping me centered, even though I would lose the ball in actual application. So the concept is keep your balance, not to limit your technique, but to keep yourself centered. So there you go. Yeah, all the kicks that you guys know, even hook kicks, everything you can do, you just have to do them quite low if you have the ball between your knees. We should do some break falls.
Good deal.
Yeah, how about shoulder rolls? Pretty much everybody does shoulder rolls anyway. Let's do shoulder rolls.
We doing
With the balls?
both balls, top and bottom?
We don't have enough for everybody to do it all at the
No.
same time. Let's do just the legs so everybody can do shoulder rolls. Who needs one? Dan? Go ahead, guys. Everybody knows them. Go ahead and do them. Put the ball between the knees and off
The
you go.
idea is to not lose the ball is all.
the 5K like that.
Hold on, one.
That didn't work. Try it again.
Blue ball?
What is it? So I can do these.
Go for it,
It
boss.
should-
Yeah, you can perform all your application of break falls and rolls with these, essentially.
Just keeping the ball to the knees and doing everything.
Yeah, wherever you want.
Okay.
You'll feel.
Should I do it like that? Master.
In a second, we can give you guys 2 balls, and only half of us will be able to go at a time. But what you'll find is that it keeps you much more contained. When your knees are together and your arms are together,
Yeah, it's tricky.
you make these smaller circles. Much more contained than the big Ike type throws or rolls.
I'll have Dojo get it. Okay, I can't put pressure with the Sounds good. Call him into active duty here. I can have him come over and get you. We need to, just real quick, you'll see what I'm talking about. Once you get there.
It's on the side though.
It's, check my wrist right down here, I don't know what's something.
Oh yeah, right here. Okay.
And my shoulder stays right there.
Go back. So it should be this way. Yeah, but you can't get your leg.
You can't do that.
You can't get the knee coming forward, can you?
Pretty tight.
I know.
Let's move
Almost.
it back to the wall for a second.
Nothing like a fish. Oh,
there you go. That'll help.
I know it does. I hit my shoulder right away with that. That's what I was trying to do. Give me 2. I want 2 balls.
Yeah, everybody can combine there so everybody can have 2 balls and have a shot at it. Practice different break falls.
So you're putting one between your knees and holding the other one?
Yes, sir. No, the other one is between the forearms, like when you're doing your
Oh,
strikes.
like this here?
Yep.
Yeah. So. Oh. And then you just-
that was surprising.
Whatever break fall or roll you want to do. Yeah. And you just kind of go, as long as it's pinned in there, you don't have to actually make a guard.
The goal is just
Because
to
I mean, you'll
hold
need
on
your
to both
hands to
balls.
guide you for your break falls.
What's that?
You'll need your hands to guide you for whatever break fall. As long as you keep a hold of it, yeah. Just kind of try to keep that guard.
That woke me up. Deep breath. Still in the working draw.
It's my left side.
It's tricky, they're easy to lose, especially when you get both of them going.
Top of the shoulder blade, not my
They're
spine.
easy to lose at first.
There you go. You got a lot of rips in it today. We went to Snickers.
You're doing fine. You're doing all right. Keep going.
We went to Snickers, but it was too late while the show was over. So we went to Peanuts, which was dead. And then we went to Wrigley, but it was Saturday night. And then yep.
Let's see where your thumb is. Right. No,
This
not
one
there.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Good.
That one is over.
Absolutely. Awesome.
Have you been?
Come here.
Still keeping up to that? The you guys making that? Yeah, it's cheap a little bit.
Let me get this.
Yeah, it's up down.
Now we can do one.
Ow!
I don't know. I tried back. It's kind of was
Or could you do a wood ball, right?
Okay, now if we can get it back.
Guess that one.
Oh, man, what's the kid? That's the kid, Armando.
Oh, that's alright.
Alright.
She'll just start to laugh at you and you smack her with
Well, you will.
Trying to keep her out of your
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's good.
Quit eating her coffee. Hey, you wanna be good and go down color?
They did?
Yeah.
Hoping for that.
There was some like 12-year-old girl who was like, every time she put a bucket in, she'd get a ball. So we hired her.
I hear you. But I'm not close to it.
Armando.
Just give him away.
That's not as hard as you thought it is. I can do it right.
You run funny though. Nice.
This is serious.
This is very serious. 3 balls. I've never seen this done.
There was something that everybody's struggling with, and it's something we haven't done yet, and that's just simply spinning all the way across the mat with the ball between your legs. Just
Yep.
to get used to moving more than just baby steps. Just simply go in and step, not rolling, but just spinning.
Let's get the mats up. If we stack them onto this last mat, that'll do it.
Yeah, that way you've got a good surface to walk on.
So everybody only needs the one of the legs. Just walk.
Spinning exercises like we do in Aikido.
When we walk, we don't walk straight forward, so you'll feel it. Go ahead.
We could do that too, but, you know, how do you walk straight forward and how do you spin? And keep spinning all the way down to the other end. Hands
I
up.
noticed when I just strut.
I've seen some guys do that in some parts of town. Get a pretty good step going, don't just, you know, just step, you know, get some quick move in there. You want your brain to train
No, come here.
how to move correctly.
No.
You can use your hands as much as you want, or not.
Good stuff.
This is like that hard.
Yeah, right. Or toe out like a hominy, because we come around.
Imagine once you get good at this, there's less pressure on the ball, more movement. Like right now, I'm squeezing pretty tight to keep it.
Yeah, it's natural to do that. Like eventually, like it's just something your body will feel out over time. Yeah, it's totally natural to do that.
It's been a year. It's been 13 months since I rewrote the requirements.
Seriously?
Yeah, so I did it just.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
know your baby brother.
Speaking of.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're kind of all right. You're aware. Right.
Your core's probably working a little bit harder, just to kind of keep a little bit of pressure on it, keep it up there.
Go ahead and do that again, Bart.
Which way?
Well, I'll go that way this time.
This way?
See his center, we're watching how you're moving,
Yeah.
which leads us into what I want to talk about.
I'm losing my ball though.
Sit down, Abby.
You guys are all doing far better than I actually anticipated. I'm doing this with Donnie right now, and Donnie's first couple of days with the ball between his knees, he walked like a cowboy. Like literally all of his weight on one leg, all of his weight on the other. But you guys aren't doing that. You're learning that the center is in the ball, not in your legs, and that's cool. You're figuring it out.
That's what it feels very much like,
Yeah.
I think it comes after the students.
Yeah, there you go.
Step there. Almost.
It's good for trying, right?
Do their eyes, okay?
And dart right over.
I will hurt you. All right, guys, Brendan, put the mats back down. Use that.
Very good.
Flip that at me. Flip that on me. There you go.
I'm still in fourth grade. I'll work
You're
at it.
back down. You color.
Before I took off my rig, I found your wallet. I wasn't
Yeah, Dan, can we just have
for now.
All right. All right, guys. If you feel good about it, I'll be ready. All right. Thank you. All right, here's what you're gonna do next. Everybody knows, most everybody knows basic hip throws. So here's my right. Go ahead, just do it real simple. He's gonna step in, just like you've learned. Boom. Ball teaches you to keep your feet in the right position for the throw as well. So here we go. I'll give you that. There you go.
I still feel like there's a hole. I don't think so.
Right. There, have at it.
I guess it's working.
It is working.
He's a little bit short, and he did step out away from
Yeah.
Doju a little bit because his height requires that he do that so he can maintain his center. If he tried to keep both feet in between the typical 45 that we talk about, he would be off balance because he can't. Go ahead and show it. Yeah, he can't.
So
sit properly.
if I'm doing the throw, I can get in. This place his hips with mine and stay centered. But when Jeremy throws me, if he comes in too close, go ahead and come in nice and close, then I'm still not off balance, right? He's even when he stands up to throw me, go ahead. Then he's just going to say,
Not a ghost,
right? So instead, this is what I used to have to do with Mike Schultz all the time. He's like way much taller than me. So he'll just let me come into him. Which is not foreign to you Hapkido guys, because that's how we do our Udafuri throws. Right?
His center is facing that wall instead of where Dojin is facing us.
True.
So he was turning.
Turn me farther off balance. You got it.
To get
Right.
off center.
And that's the reason he has to. Remember the principle, shoulders out of alignment with hips. And the only way he can get his shoulders out of alignment is to twist it. So he has to step forward, maintain his center to get a taller attacker out of center. So that's still correct to do, even though it's not quite the way we used to teach it in jiu-jitsu. So I've learned.
So throw each other. Have some fun. Keep the ball between the knees.
Have fun, throw. Bye-bye.
Everybody on the mat at once.
Yeah.
How's your
Well,
turn?
Nice.
I'll play a game.
I'm sorry.
Good throw.
What's the number? You think it just take a turn on mat or line it
Is
up?
that
or
safer?
what were you
Let's do
thinking?
that.
What were you thinking?
So for Walker's height is a good one. Let's put one person on the mat doing a throw. We'll rotate through as a line.
They'll go quick.
Yep.
Okay, who wants to throw?
Uki doesn't need the ball. Probably it's better if the Uki doesn't have the ball.
Yeah, whoever's gonna be thrown, just you can set it aside.
have left.
Yes.
Right in front of you.
Way out.
Around the bottom.
I'll step to it or.
He's over there now. Jimmy! Oh, come here. Jimmy!
See your hipples.
Right. I was
Jimmy!
Oh, you want me to step? Yes, I can do that.
No! What's wrong with you?
Hit him.
Oh no!
Somebody hit
All right.
How about I bring you over here?
Should we get out each time?
You want to be thrown next? No?
I can, yeah, we're going.
Thanks.
That the double punch you were talking about?
Rotate, to go.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, nice break fall. Okay. Good job. That's awesome. Best we've done together,
Yeah.
I think. That's nice.
Didn't hurt me this time. Okay, which side you coming? Okay. Take it, hip hop.
Would you like that?
Whatever, no.
Or do you want to touch?
I think I did that whole thing like I need to for your throat. I said that. Is that all okay?
There's no rule on that. You can go side.
Yeah, just make sure my heels are like.
Guys, are done.
I'm just looking at Joe's. Usually things up like this. And then we fight together.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
What did it?
Oh, no, don't.
You got this one.
Easily, I thought, well, maybe I didn't get enough hit.
No, I'll take the ball here.
The what?
One more time.
Oh, yeah.
Doing a
that's
hip throw.
I thought I was you.
Let's try
There
to,
you go.
like, just keep the ball there.
Way out of balance though. Can I do it one more time?
I was gonna say, you don't do a lot of hip throws.
Do the wheeling too, bro.
Right.
Technically for the first one.
Right, exactly.
It's
But that was like
mildly
15 years ago for him.
Yeah, that was like Roku, to be fair.
It's still good.
That's good though.
No, it's still good. Wrong throw. It's still like hit throws, but no, good hip on though. It's still good. No, the idea is just, you did fine. Throw's not important.
Right.
That's fine, yeah.
I only put the grand in it, so I can't.
I just got to throw you right anyway. I love it. Throw whatever you want.
Okay, right hand. Okay, yeah.
Mom, oh, that's her name?
Oh, man, I lost the ball. Oh, that was terrible.
I was told you balance here.
That was terrible. Alright. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Good.
Yeah, please.
No momentum.
Good thing we both breathe out.
You didn't lose the ball.
Yeah, he's.
I skipped the ball.
You already said this one.
Sure.
Tell him to start.
Listen, I told you.
All right. I want.
The idea is to bow down and stand back and start coming up. Give them more in your hip.
I was gonna take it for
Just like whole time. Man, I've been alright, man.
Go to get the attacker off that. Never let you
Bricks.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't grab that.
We're doing the same one.
I know.
We're going right hand, left hand. Okay.
Well, okay. And so maybe this between us. Because if we put this in work,
Well, I've been working here. I was doing that too. I was really practice, but you know.
It's hard to get my hip with this ball, so it should be, so it's this one here.
It really, yeah, it's been a while, man. I gotta get off and on. Be working, like crazy. Taco Bell still. Yeah, right.
Drop straight down.
Make a lot of it.
Oh, I don't really know what year it was.
It hurts too much to know.
Diving.
Oh, really? That was mostly moving.
Alright, what are you doing? Have you done a hip throw before? Alright.
No, that's Jeremy.
Question for everybody. What does how do you feel about doing this particular method of practice? Is it opening your eyes, closing your eyes, making you think, what the heck? What are your thoughts?
It's helping me get my feet placement better.
No balance.
Yeah.
It's good. It's showing me the weakness in my core at the end of the throw. Stabilizing. Balance.
Any negative stuff? We can say both sides of it here. It's all right. We're friends.
It's not negative.
Go ahead, say
I find
something.
it really uncomfortable from an Aikido standpoint to keep that ball from my legs.
See, he's having.
You're messing up your Aikido.
No, I said I find it from an Aikido standpoint, I find it very hard to keep that ball. My stance is usually shoulder width apart. I have to bring my stance in to throw the ball.
Oh, yeah.
So now I'm holding a different stance before I just throw.
Straighten out like this.
This is the one you're talking
Yeah,
Go for it, guys.
No, I understand. Just,
Normally, I'm shoulder width, and now I'm automatically.
Yeah, go ahead. You're used to something. All of a sudden now you got your knees far apart and you feel like you got that.
not only that, but, typically before they say everything, any key to the items. And so, that's when your legs step in and take that.
And part of the ER starting as stationary, no moving part.
But that's okay, you can still use your
It's
circle.
really comfortable with.
Throw.
I really have to bring myself, my legs.
It's definitely.
It really changes keeping on center with your feet and stuff. That's a good thing.
Okay, Sensei, well, same thing, I'm gonna be able to do a little bit of something right here.
Since going
Now you're turning stuff. Quarters. Aikido, a lot of times, depending on the distance that you make.
Well, actually, you're
It was.
That's all it was.
For example, I've done that wheel and hip throw so many times, my body just naturally goes through. It's so easy. I don't even think
So
about it.
basically what everybody was saying was they were getting something good out of practice.
Just get your
Too soon.
hip over a little further.
When I was watching the people pretty much have the spinning across the mat, there were only two people doing it totally correct as far as I'm concerned. We won't tell who they are because the others can fix it. Is that a... Reminds me of reading.
That wasn't a compliment.
Well,
I got it on video, it's all right.
Oh, good.
We're only gonna post it on Facebook. Everybody's gonna see it.
At least a lot, right?
Ready when you are.
Yeah.
You have a ball when they're done. Okay? Listen. When they're done with the ball, you can take Jeremy's ball.
There you
a card.
Good thing I blocked it. I meant to say it.
Okay, wanna do that?
way, bring it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question now? When you're doing the technique and you have the ball between your knees, does it change your focus from them to your consciousness of keeping your feet in the right place? Mostly you're trying to hang on to the ball. But it changes your focus. And there's a reason for that, which is part of why I developed this type of technique or practice. Because we don't want you to lose focus of where you're at and what you're doing, because in a situation, fight, practice, sparring, whatever, the only part of it you control is you. If you can't control your center during whatever techniques you're trying to do, you probably aren't going to win the competition, fight, whatever it might be. So it keeps you aware of your center, of your balance, and everything about you that's important, because that's the only part you control. You can't keep them from throwing a punch or a kick, but you can control how you respond to it. And by learning to move and stay in center, that's very important. If you don't have any center, you don't have any power. So that's another part of why this was put together. Did I say that right?
That's very nice.
Oh, good.
Come on then.
I still can't get the hip out
Yeah,
the wall there.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right. I know what he was doing was he was giving you instead of what we normally do, is walking just like that. He was giving you a jab.
Yeah, I thought something was weird. It looks like it's come through, because I should have went.
I did try to sit on my lap for a minute.
It's a minor throw. Still needed a little more hip, even though it's minor.
No, like you're not getting out.
Which is why
Stop
you're
being
up
like
there.
that, I'm serious.
Since he was going like this.
Come on, Jeremy.
It wasn't-
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Fall through for a while.
Yeah. I was feeling like, what's going on? Yeah, that's concentrating again. I put those here, I couldn't
Yeah,
get
you're
here.
step.
It's off.
It wasn't quite
Like a
like
jab
that.
with a upper.
And that's what the ball makes you do, really
Gotcha.
fine tune and correct
Right
things.
there. Oh, stop, I will get it. Okay. Just stop.
I wanted to slow that one down. She didn't make any sound effects. though.
She needs more sound effects. I didn't train her right.
Oh, okay.
Do not.
Well, she has her own individual way.
Yeah. You tried to bring him forward. He wasn't really at the speed you thought he was, so you had to come back into his.
Kaylee, you're done.
I was expecting more mass,
You're
actually.
welcome.
Cool.
It was for the hop.
She's got a funny way of making sound.
I told you, he looks good.
No dog house around it. Sorry. Sorry. Snap.
No. No, you're not gonna throw it. You wanna get down there and be thrown, don't you?
You're such a bully.
We started
For us, I got your camera over here and you're not doing anything.
Well, I'm getting there.
No, you got skipped.
Somebody buy some Black Pass punishment. One more time.
You gotta get a lot of hip out there in it, Phil.
Yes, sir.
Okay, ready?
Good guy.
Kaylee,
Of the ground. Bird swarming, Glenn. Right.
Okay, no reason to beat yourselves up.
alright, enough.
All right.
I'll try. Which side do you want?
Just my left. Well, let's do right.
Okay.
Which one do you want?
I suppose it doesn't matter. You gotta work on the hip, so whichever way, it doesn't matter.
Let's go there.
Okay.
Let's do right.
This side? Okay. Okay. I know it. This ball is driving me up the wall here.
Alright, you know what? Look, you're getting hung upside down, so you stop. Helion, enough. Settle. You promise?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, I was doing fine practicing.
Oh my gosh.
So it should be this way.
Left's gonna be really bad, but let's go left.
Hey, Walker, what you doing?
No, it Mickey, my center. I was using you.
Right.
Punching, he wasn't walking forward, he was just punching.
So I need to step in and see.
If he doesn't do anything,
Okay, so if I come this way. Right.
You were doing
okay?
I'll go this way.
Yes.
I'm already ready to be here.
Yes.
Gotcha.
You were anticipating him walking forward.
Yeah, I got
I'm
you.
not gonna count, I'm just gonna go.
Right.
No, and you're supposed to roll over the floor.
Now I feel easier. Okay.
Wait,
Little.
wait.
This one?
Ouch. Here.
Oh, this way.
You're walking.
Once he have it.
Oh, already on your hip. Okay. Yeah, but it should be a fairly easy throw once you get up here.
Once you get up there.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Oh, really? Quit.
Okay. Yep.
Go right. Yep.
Oh, a ball game, huh?
Yeah.
All right. I haven't had one of these in a long time, all right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, you can use your hands, yeah.
Anybody need to hit another throw? Anything you want to work on real quick before we switch styles? All right, let's line up. Fall in, fall in. Right order, guys. Fall in, fall in, fall in. Changing gears.